Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Dr. Muhammad Syafiq bin Muhammad Pozi. I will introduce SpotFix Community, an open source cross-platform information system for coordinating facility issue reporting on campuses and other multi-facility organizations. Over the next few minutes, I will cover the coordination problem, our design science approach, the architecture and its two signature controls, what we verified, and the honest limits of that evidence. Facility maintenance depends on timely, detailed defect information and a traceable path from report to verified completion. Today, that life cycle is split across disconnected channels, occupant feedback in one place, work assignment in another, evidence and monitoring elsewhere. Mobile crowdsourcing lets occupant report at the point of observation, but it raises privacy, data quality and training concerns, and the Brussels Fixed Mindset study shows it can even reproduce social inequalities. Crucially, operators still need internal assignment, worker progress, resolution evidence, and supervisory acceptance, not just a complex inbox. We frame the work around three questions. First, how can a single open source platform coordinate the whole facility issue lifecycle across public supervisory, field, and administrative roles? Second, how can tenant separation and client contract consistency be enforced centrally so individual features modules can accidentally omit them? Third, to what extent does the current artifact actually satisfy functional correctness and build reproducibility under automated verification? Keep these three in mind. The architecture answer the first two and the result section answer the third. We follow a design science process. Identify the problem, derive requirements, design the artifact, demonstrate it, and evaluate at the artifact level. The 6 requirements come straight from the maintenance and participatory reporting literature. Evaluation combines artifact inspection, a repository safety scan, static type check, automated test suites, and production builds. With a researcher-operator emulator walkthrough of the Android client, 6 screens on API 32. I want to be explicit about the boundary upfront. This is engineering verification, not a field effectiveness study. Here are the 6 requirements and how each is realized in the artifact. R1, accessible capture, web and Android reporting with category text, coordinates and photos. R2, role-specific coordination with JWT actor context and root guards. R3, auditable resolution with evidence, timestamps and an endorsement step. R4, tenant isolation through central query injection. R5, stable integration via Vision API and generated Open API. R6, reproducible self-hosting with Docker Compose and Apache 2.0 license. The next slides drill into R4 and R5, the control we think are most novel. This is the runtime picture. A React web portal and a native Android client both treat the Vision API as the source of truth. Request pass-through request ID generation, security headers or CORS, size limits, rate limiting, validation, authentication, and tenant resolution before rules delegate to domain services. Repository isolate persistence, PostgreSQL for relational data, S3 compatible object storage for photos, min.io locally, and S3 endpoint in production. The demo builds swaps and in-memory store purely for offline demonstration. It is not the production path. Tenant isolation is our first signature control. Rather than trusting every feature to add a tenant filter, we make it structural. One deployment serves many organizations on a shared schema. Tenant identity arrives at a JWT claims or slug and held in asynchronous request context. A central Prisma client extension then inject the tenant discriminator into supported data operation and object key are tenant prefix in storage. Because the control lives in one place, a new feature module cannot suddenly forget it. That is the whole point. This flowchart is the heart of the coordination logic. A report move, submitted, assigned, in progress, awaiting endorsement, and resolved. The key rule: a cleaner can never close a report directly. A cleaner resolve request is normalized to awaiting endorsement, preserving the assignment and notifying the supervisor. The supervisor then endorses, recording reviewer metadata and freeing the cleaner, or reject with not so rework stay visible. Test confirm a cleaner cannot reject, and that rejection is blocked unless the item is awaiting endorsement. Evidence photos, timestamps and coordinates are retained for audit. These are public-facing prototype screen capture on one Android API 32 at 1080 by 2400 pixels. From left, the role selected with fictional status board, the reporter history showing synthetic lifecycle status, and the report composer with floor and emulator map controls. Map data is copyright OpenStreetMap contributors. I want to stress that this runs on a separate offline in-memory dataset. They demonstrate rendering and the role model, not a production connected workflow. Here are the role-specific screens. From left, the cleaner task queue with evidence control and review feedback. The supervisor task queue with review actions and workforce navigation, and the master administrator overview. These captures come from separate demo sessions and document selected rendering states. They are not a completed production connected workflow, and they are not a usability evaluation. They exist to make the role model inspectable without connecting to live services. Two engineering properties round out the design. One contracts a version 1 HTTP surface with uniform validation and error envelopes, where runtime Zora validator generate the open API description with intent feeds a type TypeScript client shared across clients, so drift between independently involved client is limited by construction. On deployment, Docker Compose orchestrate PostgreSQL and MinIO compatible storage with log files and Bootstrap script a repeatable setup, an Apache 2.0 public repository, and a safety scan guarding against committed secrets. Here is what visually verified. The public tree safety scan passed, no credential files, key markers, or build output. API test script check passed, 55 of 55 API tests passed across 8 files. The web production build passed, transforming 62 modules. The shared TypeScript contract check passed, 12 of 12 Android unit tests passed across 4 suites, and the Android demo build assembled with 6 screen captured on the emulator. Every automated gate we define is green, but read the precisely. Green for the rules we test, not a claim about production behavior. Now, the honest limits. Automated result establish correctness only for the rules that were tested. The emulator walkthrough document selected synthetic presentation states, not usability. There is no evidence of production backend integration, performance, or scalability. Security assurance is limited to the safety scan and role test, and the evidence photos and coordinate support audit, but they are not proof of work without an organizational policy for acceptable evidence and exceptions such as indoor GPS error. I would rather overstate the caveats here than overclaim. To conclude, SparkFix community is a viable open source artifact coordinating the full facility issue lifecycle across 4 roles. Its distribution controls are the supervisory endorsement gate, central tenant scoping, and Zod-derived open API documentation, automatic verification, 55 API and 12 Android tests, plus type checks, a safety scan, and builds support correctness at the artifact level. What it does not yet support is field effectiveness, so the next stage is a multi-site human-centered pilot with live infrastructure, facility staff and reporters, and independent assurance. Thank you. I am happy to take questions.